What's up, party people? Big Swarzarelli in the house. Yo, check it. Today, I am going to do a follow-up. I recently did a chat log reading for Mike the Pansy Manzi, the retarded smashing pumpkin. Looks like Corrigan's retarded cousin. The one that nobody played with when they were kids because they were afraid that he might try to touch them. You know, everybody has that weird cousin. I had a weird cousin, and anytime we played superheroes, he always wanted to be Wonder Woman. What can you do? That's cuz, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we're gonna look at the interrogation of the pansy today. Pansy Mike Manzi. I haven't seen it. I am actually getting a copy of it from the Cappening channel. Subscribe to the Cappening channel. I'm gonna put a link to this original video down below. You're gonna go to his channel and you subscribe. But before you go subscribe to his channel, you subscribe to mine. You hit the bell. You know what I'm saying? You hit that bell. Let's fuel up. Get our minds right so we can hear this bull crap coming out this pedophile's mouth. These pedophiles never get enough. They never get enough. So fuel up. Oh, I just banged my knee. Alright, let's fuel up. Oh, I recently read that holding it in to hit longer doesn't affect the TCAP absorption. It only makes less air go to your brain. It makes you feel dizzier. So I have been testing that, and it's true. You don't really just hold it for a little bit and let it out. You don't have to hold it like that's your 420 tip for the day. You don't have to hold the longer you hold it in, you don't get any more stone. And I didn't just take that one article's word for it. I looked it up. All right, you know what? We're gonna do it one more time. I'm gonna show y'all what I mean. Back in black. It's in the head. Bob, you know what I'm saying? I shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy. No. Alright, party people, that's the room right there where Mike the Pansy Manzi is going to get interrogated by the police. He is going to spout his pedophile excuses. Well, generally, see, now he's not talking to Chris Hansen now, so he's going to try even more to get off the hook. See, they're stupid. These pedophiles are stupid because they think that they can talk their way out of it. Now, when they read them their rights, it's right there. They tell them anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. They do not say anything you say can and will be used against you or for your benefit in the court of law. They don't say anything like that. Cop's job is to find guilt and put you in jail. Your lawyers to keep you out. So when they try to talk to these cops and maybe they can understand and get out of there, no. Those cops are not hearing anything but guilt. That's all they want. So these fools, I mean, that's why they're pedophiles. And if you notice, when it comes to the punishments, the ones that don't talk are the ones that get off. The ones that talk and sit like the Pansy Manzi here, they get something. You know what I mean? They get convicted of something. But let's get this started. Let's get this started. But before we get it started, let's get our minds right. And my mind can't find the lighter that I just had. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. Let's see what the pansy has to say.
Right there. Let go of your hands.
They should make them tighter. They should make the cuffs tighter. You know what I mean? They want a kid. They're after like a tight, something tight and round.
Absolutely.
Give them the handcuffs. Make them tight and round on them.
All right. I told you it was cold, didn't I? Sweatshirts, t-shirts, everything. It's still cold here.
I'm embarrassed to be bald because he's bald.
So, like we talked about at the house, I want to sit down and talk to you, kind of go over this, figure out what happened. Are you a little more relaxed now?
Well, yes, but
Are you a little bit more relaxed now? How can you be relaxed when you're arrested? Even if you know you're guilty or you know you're innocent, you're arrested. You're not going to be relaxed.
So, I understand.
I understand.
Before we talk,
okay.
you have to do formalities. All right, I'm sure you watch TV, your rights and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Now, just out of curiosity, are they supposed to do this when I get arrested?
no.
How does that work?
It's before you're questioned about the incident.
Okay.
The things with booking, your name, address, all that kind of stuff.
Just formalities.
Yeah, that you have to do. This is just, now that we're going to talk about kind of what happened today.
Okay.
We know what happened.
So.
Why's the
you read
toilet
these,
paper there?
all right?
That's
So
weird.
here, just if you could read the
Oh, this
first.
is all the things.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you could.
That's very weird. This random roll of Scott tissue on the table. What is that? They think he's such a pervert that he might just start spanking it right there and give him his. Surprised they ain't a bottle of Jergens right here.
You read the first one out loud to me?
Sure. You have the right to remain silent.
You understand that? Okay. And read the rest of these to yourself. And after you're done, just put your initials if you understand them. On your side.
So you got to. Do you understand that?
Get questions about any of them, just let me know.
Man, let me tell you. I wouldn't give any consents. I wouldn't do anything until I spoke to a lawyer. Look at him, man. He looks gray. Like, he doesn't even look human. He looks like an amphibian. Like, if he looks like he's from Atlantis or something. Fucking punks from Atlantis. Aquaman wouldn't even chill with
How old
him.
are you?
I'm 32.
Where were you born?
Aquaman be like, yo, you trying to fuck guppies? What's wrong with you?
Queens, New York.
Your birthday?
8/16/83.
8/16/83.
Right. How far did you go in school?
I'm past college.
And did you have a 4-year degree, more than that?
Yeah, 4-year degree.
Your ability to read is good?
I think so, yes.
Ability to write is good?
I think so.
I mean, you should ask him if he has the ability to read before you ask him to read his own rights. I think. I mean, that only makes sense to me, man.
So now that you've read all this and you understand it, you're willing to talk to me about, we can talk about what happened today?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can.
All right.
May I ask a question?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is this like mic'd and recorded?
It is.
And everything?
Yep. It's, you know what,
for
it's,
a TV show? Or
no,
is
it's
this for you
it's
guys?
for So, one, so I can go back and kind of look and make
course.
sure,
Right.
get everything correct.
Well, yeah.
And it's also protection for both of us.
Right, that's
So
what's going
they can't
on.
say down the line that, oh, he never
You said this,
that.
I said that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And my goal here, and should be your goal here, is the truth.
Right.
About
His goal is to put you in jail, which should go to jail, but you're stupid. See, I wanted to do the pedophile actually think that if he's convincing enough that they let him go home that night, you know what I'm saying? Like, does he really think it's possible for him to get out of the station, get in his car and go home that night? I think a lot of them think they can get out of it.
all this, right? Obviously, we know, kind of what happened,
Mhm.
but we want to get into a little bit of you and kind of, what your thoughts were about this, and just kind of figure it all out.
Okay.
All right?
Mhm.
So, let's go back to like the very beginning of how did all this start?
Well,
Talking online.
it started, I was walking past a playground and I got a boner.
And really, I mean, just talking to random people. I mean, I've been going through a lot of things recently, and seeing a therapist.
I wonder how much stuff you have to go through
I'm just trying to
before you
work
start
out
raping kids. Like,
issues that
I've
I
gone
have
through
there.
some stuff.
Are you married?
Never wanted to rape
No.
anybody.
But I've been, just going through some rough patches, and I'm looking for an outlet to be able to try and speak to people,
Sure.
and just talk, and that's where I was. Just the app was kind of giving me.
Now, what app were you?
I've talked to a lot of people online, in chat rooms. Ever since the internet came out, I've been online. I've been at the edge. I've been at the cutting edge of technology ever since it came out. I'm always on top of things like that, just because I'm the man. But besides that, I've talked to a lot of people. I've talked to a lot of people on social media and stuff and all that. And all the years that I've been on the internet, I've never even accidentally talked to someone that was underage. Now that I think about it, I've never ever said, "Hey, how old are you?" and they were like 15. I've never, not even accidentally. You know what I'm saying? Like, been like, "Oh, you only that? Well, I can't talk to you." That type. No, nothing like that. I've never ever accidentally bumped into an underage person. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you are the same way. These guys are hunters, man. I've heard them say, I didn't know how old they were at first, and nah, man. I really think you have to actively look for an underage kid online to find one, man. It just doesn't happen by accident.
Who's into this?
I guess Whisper was this one.
I've never heard of Whisper.
Yeah.
Um,
Are there others?
Oh, there's,
I know there's. I know obviously there's.
well, I mean, there's Whisper. There's, I guess, the other ones are. There's Scout. There's, I guess, just basically that.
I bet those are all apps that he's picked up a
some
kid
of them
on.
are. Some Whisper is not a dating site per se, and neither is
Per
Scout
se.
might be more
Anybody
of a
that says per
online
se
dating
should get
site.
punched in the mouth.
Yeah, stuff like that.
So there's things like Snapchat or
No,
Kick or
no.
Instagram.
I've used it in the past.
He needs a
Right.
kick. If I was that cop, I would have one right across the face.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, since you're on Kick, take one.
Yeah.
Take some Adidas to the grill.
Up until yesterday, actually, I never heard of Whisper.
Uh-huh.
How-
I've never
how
heard of
much-
Whisper.
People will just post things on there, and if you feel like it's, interesting to what you have to say, or what you want to do or say, or whatever, then you answer it.
Is it like you create a profile?
No. It's all anonymous. People just post
Oh, it
things
is.
up online.
It's all anonymous. Of course it's anonymous. He don't want nobody to know he's picking up kids.
I guess so.
Okay. Again, because I've never actually even seen it. I've just didn't hear about
It
it.
could be.
So you just
A lot of these cops be bullshit too. They be asking questions about these chat rooms and stuff like they don't know how they work. These cops, man, he's probably gonna go home and fucking get on porn and all types of stuff. They, that's one thing I hate about them with their self-righteous attitude. I've never even heard of it. I've never even heard of it. Yo, I heard of a story today of a sheriff in Harrison County. I think that's in Texas. Got fired for having sex with a dog. You know what I'm saying? He was posting dog sex online. Listen, these cops know about all this stuff.
post something on like a board or a
Yeah,
site,
exactly.
and then if people look at it, you put your picture up there, that kind of stuff.
I mean, you could if you really want to.
All right, so tell me about how you started meeting chatting with.
I remember just chatting with her, really.
What's her name?
I really don't know. I don't remember. Not
About-
this moment. I
Yeah.
might remember it during our conversation.
Yeah, if you do, just
Considering
throw it
all the
out,
stuff
doesn't-
that's coming
Yeah. So,
to me right now.
about how long ago do you think you started chatting with
Oh, I mean, it had to be a couple days. It was only a few days.
So he moved in a couple of days, and they move fast.
her? Today's October 4th, I think.
I think the
today's
quickest
Sunday,
I've ever
so
met a woman
probably,
online in person is a week.
Thursday. Thursday or Friday.
That's the first time you had any contact with her?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And how did it start? How
Well, she had a posting up on there about wanting to, people wanting to come, people chilling and things like that, but that she...
People
they-
chilling and things like that. Fucking
Uh,
gray ass, fucking
food.
amphibian Atlantean reject.
She said something about chilling in Netflix, and that they should be bringing food and and I guess marijuana.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
is what her post had said.
Okay.
So they didn't say anything about anybody's age or
Right,
anything
right,
else
right.
whatsoever. You know,
So you guys started chatting?
we just started chatting that way. You
Yeah.
know, and then throughout the conversation, later on throughout the conversation, obviously it come out how old she was.
Yeah.
But our conversation, we were just chatting the entire
Yeah.
time until then.
Remember what kind of topics you guys were talking about?
Food, that's all they
We
talked about
spoke
was
about
food.
Yeah.
We spoke about weed. We spoke about
Oh no, what did I just do?
hanging out.
Hold on, sorry.
And watching TV.
Mhm.
And that was mostly it. That was mostly it. We didn't speak about any kind of, like sexual things
Okay.
whatsoever. Which is, this is a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
Obviously.
But what I was gonna say before I messed up the view up there is that sometimes I don't think the pedophile realizes that it was a decoy. Well, he knows this was a decoy because it was on the Hansen versus Predator. But there's some that talk like they don't even know that was a decoy. Still, he's talking like that, but he has to know it was a decoy.
Maybe obviously, maybe not obviously.
Yeah.
So, but that was the bulk of what we spoke about.
Food, weed, and then just
Pretty-
hanging out.
Pretty
watching
much.
TV and stuff.
Pretty much.
What did you think when she said she was 13?
I mean,
Thought
at
it was
first,
hot.
I was kind of.
What'd he
I
say?
was a little alarmed that.
I'm gonna rewind it a
of
little.
the age, but that was the bulk of what we spoke about.
Food, weed, and then just hanging out.
Pretty much.
watching TV and stuff.
Pretty much.
What did you think when she said she was 13?
I mean, at first I was a little alarmed that.
At first,
Of the age.
then I thought it was hot. That's what he's thinking.
But with, if I really felt like there was definitely a position that she was putting herself in that wasn't.
I've
wasn't
lied
going to be,
before,
a
like
good
everybody
one.
has.
Depending,
Uh,
she could have been talking to somebody else.
And
who
you can
wasn't like
tell when
me,
you're lying
and
yourself into a
they
bigger
might have
hole.
Tried to do something
Can't they
else too, or
feel
tried
that they're
to
lying
act in a
themselves into this
certain way,
bigger hole?
to
Because the more you
Yeah,
lie, the
or
more you have to cover
have
up what
more
you
of
said
a
before.
Sexual intent to go.
And you can feel it. Like it's a
With it.
physical
Yeah,
feeling.
yeah.
I mean, at least for me it is.
So at what point So she told you she was 13, and you continued
Well, we did continue talking. Yes, we did. We did continue talking. Yeah.
about the same type of things? Just
Basically, yes.
food, weed,
You can
chilling.
I don't even talk
Yeah, I
to
have
13-year-olds in real
You
life. What the hell I
see
want
it,
to talk to one online
We
for?
never discussed doing anything.
I want to talk to no
sexual
kids
together.
for
We
what?
never discussed making advancements towards each other like that. I mean,
I read through them.
yeah, go ahead.
There's there wasn't any explicit sex talk. You threw a couple pieces of bait out there for her to see if she'd bite at it.
Well, not.
Two said pieces of eight.
I would like to look at it.
Yeah, well,
but definitely.
Pirate jargon.
There's great sex talk.
Yeah. I mean, we're just talking here too.
So,
I think we're just talking, I don't
yeah,
know.
we are.
I
It's
feel
Officer Mahoney's like, hey, you threw a couple of pieces of 8 out there to see if she'd bite. So you threw a couple of pieces of 8.
relaxed.
and that's good. I'm glad. That's
Yeah.
it is important for us to kind of get this out.
Yeah, I mean,
Because right now we have Mike, a 32-year-old from Stanford.
Mike the Pansy Manzi.
Yeah.
Who comes to Fairfield
Mhm.
to meet a 13-year-old girl.
Right.
It's a problem.
Right.
It's a big problem.
That's why I need kind of. So,
Mhm.
just top of my head, without digging through all these, she mentioned that she cracked her back and she does yoga.
Mhm.
And then, you remember what you said?
No, I don't.
He said, how's your down with
How's your down with
dog? Yeah, I remember that one.
Okay, yeah, that's a yoga move still, but
It is, but
yeah.
like, come on.
I mean,
I'm a guy, you're a guy. I
understand.
get it.
I understand what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let's call innuendo. That was that innuendo. That little innuendo. He wanted to get in her endo. He got caught. Oh shit, he wanted to get in her endo. No, how did I just say it? Well, y'all know. Fuck.
How's your downward dog? LOL, I think is what it was. So,
Mhm.
I mean,
LOL, you know what he
how old
meant.
are you? I'm 32. All right, I've been doing this for 30 years. I'm almost as long as you've been alive. I know. I text people. I know.
Right.
Throwing it out there a little bit. See what she says.
Throwing out those
She didn't
pieces of
bite at it.
8.
Well, whether
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm
So
listening.
I mean,
It was
Every
innuendo,
moment, I mean,
man.
there's-
Yeah,
yeah,
we
no,
both, he knows.
Oh, yeah.
And most of it is, just
Like I said,
food,
right?
weed, chilling.
That's what I said.
Every once in a while, you threw a little bait out. You threw a
Yeah,
little.
but there's, I get,
You know what
I
I'm
get
saying?
where you're trying to go with this,
Yeah.
but regardless, like, I know what the conversation mainly
Right,
was. I
right,
mean,
absolutely.
and you do too,
Absolutely.
so you're not
Absolutely.
You're not disagreeing with me.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not.
okay. Just make
But
sure, but that's
But are you
yeah.
disagreeing with me that you kind of threw a little like, hey,
I'm disagreeing the intent that you're trying to. You might be feeling like I was trying to get from it. You
Right.
know?
to
There's
see if
only
she
one
would say,
intent
would you like to see
for
her,
coming
or
over
you
somebody's
want
house
Wow. I
that you
mean,
meet
I think,
online.
you know,
Two
that's-
intents.
that's not where the conversation.
Either you wanna
was
get
going
down,
or intended to go anywhere.
Or
because-
there's some kind of event or common
well,
interest that bring you together,
So,
like comic
You
books
talked to her for a
or
couple weeks?
stamp collecting
a couple days.
or sex.
A couple days.
Then how do we get to today?
Well, we get to today because she had been talking about trying to meet up and hang out. And I had agreed, I believe, and I was quite hesitant about it several times, and about her coming to, coming to Stanford or coming up to see me, which she also said she could do. But in any event, so basically,
Idiot.
We had discussed it, and that was basically where we went.
See, he's talking like he doesn't even know it was a
Well, I made
decoy.
plans to try and come up here and just to see what was going on.
And what were you guys going to do today?
Well,
She was gonna blow me,
I was
of course,
over
dog,
here,
and he give him a high five.
All I knew was a 13-year-old girl. I did not know. I didn't even know if she was 13. She said she was 13. How do you know if she's 13? How do you know if I'm
Because-
22? Other than other than my age, you know.
Yeah.
But like I've been,
How do you know I'm 32 other than my age? What kind of... I don't even get that one.
you know, I came up this way because I wanted to see what was going on, and obviously I did find out what was going on.
Hell yeah.
What were your plans?
Sting, brother.
My
In
plan,
your head, what were your plans?
my plans strictly were just going to be hanging out.
Yeah.
That was it. That was my only plan. That was the end of it. I had no other intent with this girl whatsoever. Because, like you said, and I said before, she was young. She's 13. So that, you know, that's not the type of person I am. So
Did you understand the repercussions of potentially hanging out with a 13-year-old?
well, no, actually, I did not. I didn't realize that just by the act of you going to hang out with somebody who was under a certain age would
That's just as worse. What he just said is even worse, almost just as bad as what was Yoda's name? It was like I didn't even know I didn't know it was illegal to come. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who was that guy's name? I don't remember these pedophiles' names, man. But the one that sounded like Yoda, and he said, I didn't know it was illegal to come over a 13-year-old girl's house. Like, no, he didn't say illegal. He didn't think it was wrong. And this guy does talk about he didn't know there was repercussions of trying to get with a 13-year-old.
would actually get you in trouble.
Jailbait is
So
one of
I
the
did not
first
know that.
slang terms everybody ever knows.
It did cross my mind for a moment, but I didn't think that I actually could get in trouble going to hang out with her. I mean, I did say to her, you know, obviously a couple times, like that.
So you didn't think bringing
you know,
weed
I
over a
might be able
13-year-old's
to-
house
I might
could get you in trouble?
I might have trouble if that was, you know, if I did go, but I'm not.
Yeah, well, you're cute
I
and
wasn't
cool
sure.
too. I know I'd be getting in trouble for even talking to you.
Oh, there you go.
So-
There goes that fucking
Then I
You
did-
knew there was
then I
an
must have
metaphorical
must have
door
been
closing
yeah,
on his ass.
some issue, but I really didn't think that I could go and get in trouble 100% going to hang out with someone who
A
was underage.
13-year-old
Just
girl,
hanging,
knowing that her parents aren't home.
well, if I'm not doing anything that's, number one, you know, anything that's sexual, or two, trying to do anything along those lines,
Right.
you know? People do this all the time where they go meet up in the mall and go hang out, and they're out in public. You know, what's the big difference? You know,
The big difference is 32 and 13, that's the big difference.
I understand
You
the
get that?
age. I
You get the
understand-
difference?
No, I do. I understand the age difference. I
It's
do.
important that you understand it.
I do. I understand the age difference, and
Right.
and that's why I really was not intending on doing anything with this girl, because she was young, and
You
like
were.
I said, if she had met somebody else who maybe didn't have those intentions, or did have further intentions, worse intentions, she could have gotten really in trouble. She could have gotten hurt.
I've
perhaps,
said
you
this
know.
on many videos.
So, if I remember right, did you say something when you were
Online meeting,
at the house?
90% of the time, is because you want to have sex.
You weren't gonna, that this was the wrong thing to do, to meet somebody?
Well, I didn't necessarily say it like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you're phrasing it a lot better than I had at the moment, because I was
Yeah.
so like.
First time you meet somebody in the
Well,
bar,
yes, you know.
chances
Was that-
are
was
you're
that-
not going to have sex with
yes,
them.
the second-
First time you meet somebody in person
You know,
that you met online, chances are you're going to have sex with them.
I know this is an interview, and I know you don't know me, and I don't know you, but you do seem like a nice guy.
I know you,
and
you gray
I don't know
Atlantean fuck.
what your impression is.
My
You know,
impression of you?
of me, yeah. I mean,
My impression is you're a
because-
slime
well,
bag.
the paperwork, and me sitting here.
Right.
But like, I don't know. I'm just like in a.
No,
Are you? I know you're not trying to like be my friend, but you seem like a nice guy. I'm
And
trying
I
to
am.
talk to you. I'm not.
and
You
that's,
know.
and
See, that's
I don't
what
want,
see,
like-
you seem like a nice
I have-
guy as a cop.
believe me, like I said, I've been doing this for a long time. I'm not
You're lucky he
saying
doesn't
that
shoot
judging
you.
What you're doing. My job is fact-based. It's
Right.
what happened.
Right.
And I want to get a clear picture of what happened and how we got here.
Right.
That's it. I'm not judging you, I'm not thinking, wrong with you. But, if you say something that, I think we need to clarify, I'm going to clarify it.
Of course.
So,
of course,
so when
of
you
course.
talk about going to the mall to meet somebody,
I'm just
That's a little
saying.
different. And I know
that's
you're
why
just-
threw-
right.
But that's why I said it, because to me, like that's no different than what just has
Yeah.
has transpired.
I got it.
It almost isn't any different. But go ahead.
so Had this, let me just put a hypothetical out there. Had this not been what it was,
Mhm.
with us there,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
other people there,
Mhm.
and it was you and this 13-year-old girl,
Mhm.
what do you think would have happened to that?
Well, I could only tell you what
The knocking
would
on
have happened on my
bottom
end.
rocket,
Number
knocking the
one. Number
boots.
two, I mean, I would have gone there, and she said that her mother was coming home today
Right.
until about 6 o'clock. So I was going to go there. I was going to go hang out, and if her mother ended up, coming in, I would have explained to her what was going on. But that, besides that, that would have been, that's all I would have
Were you
done.
guys gonna go out to eat or anything? I know you guys talk about food a lot. and-
No,
We did
no,
talk
we weren't gonna go out to eat. I was gonna take her to her bedroom
I
and
wasn't
eat.
sure. I have no idea. Of
That was his
You guys
plan.
talk about weed a lot.
He was gonna eat
Yeah,
at
we talked
home.
about that a little bit, yeah.
Were the plan to smoke and eat?
I mean, I was planning on trying to just like I said, being there, make sure things are okay. I would have definitely sat down and ate. I would have hung out, but that's pretty much it.
All right. Do you didn't have any weed on you?
No, not when they arrested me. No.
So you didn't bring any weed?
I don't have anything at all. They gave me a ticket.
Oh, they did?
Yeah,
Okay.
they gave me a ticket for having paraphernalia.
All right. Where was that?
Huh?
Where was the paraphernalia?
That was in my vehicle.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have any marijuana in your car?
I think there was a little bit less than. I don't know. They had the ticket downstairs.
He knows exactly how. Listen, I'm the biggest weed advocate there is, and you all know I am a pothead. And let me tell you something. If I have weed in my car, I can tell you exactly how much weed is in my car. Now, also, being the big weed advocate I am, there's no reason to be giving a child the 13 weed. Now, I started smoking at about 12 or 13, but it wasn't given to me. I found it on my own. If you're willing to drive all that way with weed and smoke with a kid, trust me, you would you would have did more, buddy. Fucking pansy Manzi. I don't like this guy, man. Even when his show, when his episode, he was like, "Please, guys, I don't want to go out there. I'll get arrested." You do the crime, you do the time. Be prepared to face your punishment.
But yes, there was.
All right. There was some marijuana. So, safe to say that had there been a 13-year-old girl, you would have sat down, hung out, had some food. Maybe talk about blades, like had some stuff out in the car, you guys would have smoked.
Well, I
He's digging it.
I really can't. I really can't tell you. I really can't tell you.
Can't or don't want to?
No, I really just can't tell you because it's really first.
Well, that's
you're going there and you're trying to get a feel for the person and see what the situation's like. I mean, that was the intent of.
Boom, that was the
I
intent.
mean, you've got it
That's
right
all
there.
he wants
You
to
can go ahead and
know.
bring it up.
That's
I'll-
all he
I'll
wants
talk
to
to you
know.
about it.
That
Right,
was
I
the
have nothing to-
intent.
And I didn't
The
smoke.
intent
LOL.
was the smoke.
I can fix that.
Oh,
I believe that's what you said.
The intent
Yeah.
was the smoke, buddy. Even if you didn't, you had the intent, and that's what they're trying to prove. I wish it was like the '70s when they would smack you around. You know what I'm saying? He should just pick up that roll of toilet paper and hit him in the face with it. Like, listen, punk.
Regardless.
yeah. God.
Hit him up in the corner, bang him against the wall a couple of times, headbutt him.
Around, definitely blazed beforehand. I just blazed, don't tempt me. So, obviously, how often do you smoke marijuana?
Every day.
I
Decent amount?
probably smoke a decent amount, yes.
Do you smoke every day, you think?
Probably close
Yeah.
to it,
Yeah.
I go through ups and downs really with it. It's like there's a very long period
I smoke
of time
almost
where,
every day. I don't care what you
smoke
think,
all,
cop.
and then start smoking again, and then it's just
It's
like,
better than the beer that you drink every day.
Yeah. It's just not good. Yeah. It's just-
Cops are notorious alcoholics.
Have you ever been arrested before for anything?
No.
Never? Nothing that was an arrest that was cleared up or nothing like that, nothing at all?
No, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
And what other work do you do besides tutoring?
That's it. Just
Statutory.
trying to work. That's it.
Do you work on your
So-
own? Or
Statutory work.
Do you have a company name or
No, I do not.
just word of mouth? And what do you?
He works on kids' hindquarters.
You tutor
I mean,
math?
that's, yeah.
Yeah, you're a math tutor or do you tutor anything and everything?
Math can be, I mean, if I can, I'll tutor it, yeah.
Well, you said you had,
Math is specifically, but if I can, I'll tutor it. Yeah.
you had a client today that you worked with, was that math? Or did you not have a client today? Before you came today?
I did.
You did. Was
Yes.
that math or
Yes,
was
it
it?
was.
Okay, all right, I'm just trying to get an idea of
Yeah.
what kind of stuff,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
stuff you're teaching.
Yeah.
Did you work, what kind of work have you done between college and now?
It's literally just that, just
Just tutoring?
Just work.
So you're full-time,
Just self-employed.
The full-time tutor around your kids,
high
man.
school,
He's
middle
around kids
school, grammar
all
school,
day.
anybody?
Man.
It's usually,
And they're always quick to say, I would never do it to a student. Come on.
What levels of math do you go up to?
it's anybody, so it goes up to like calculus.
Is that, what did you major in school? Did you major math?
Yes.
And where'd you get your degree from?
I own a college.
And that's in New York?
Neuroshow.
All right, so you understand why we're here.
Oh, of course. Of course.
He should. He
100%.
better
Yeah.
understand.
33-year-old guy
Mhm.
talking about smoking marijuana, hanging out with 13-year-old.
Mhm.
Gray-ass skin.
Mhm.
Reject Atlantean. You don't even got no gills.
And what kind of vapor is that? That's in
He's an amphibian with closed
Oh,
gills.
How's that?
That's
I mean,
like
what test is
that's
that?
just a.
It's not like a hash
it's just like
oil,
an
or it's an
e-cigarette.
e-cigarette?
Yeah,
Right.
it's something along
It's
those
like a
lines.
turtle.
You know,
Like
has the marijuana
a,
hidden.
what- like he got a soft shell, like a soft
Wow.
shell turtle.
Yeah. But that was for my own
He's a turtle with a
Wow.
soft shell. He get made fun of.
So you see the issue.
Yes, I do.
Right.
Yes, I do.
And you see the
Severity of it.
severity
Yes.
and the importance of.
I don't really understand his purpose of talking to these cops.
All of this.
Any
yes,
of
I
them.
do.
Like, what's the purpose?
So what do you think?
You're gonna sit in jail a couple of days
would you have any questions
regardless.
for me about?
So you might as well just wait
your
till you get your
outcomes going on? I
bail.
know I told you.
Get
when
out
you were
and
driving
get a
in,
paid
I
lawyer.
answer whatever
Upstairs.
questions.
So,
Do you have questions?
I do have questions.
Go.
I'm sorry. I'm
No,
just like
I got you.
trying to like
Ask me whatever you want.
get this all out.
Yeah, no, I got it. It's,
Cop trying to talk all understanding. Oh, God, you.
Well, I have a lot of questions I don't want to answer. I probably don't want the answer to at this point. But okay, the first question. My vehicle.
your vehicle is being towed.
It's gonna be set on
Brought
fire.
here, we inventoried it,
Uh,
and then it's gonna be towed, and I'll find out what, a matter of fact, I'll have
oh, is it pre-towed? Like, is it? Can I just have somebody come pick it up?
It's
Or
at Swarzarelli.
okay.
It was towed by,
So I won't
It's
be
not
able.
on here,
To,
but
so I
I'll
won't be
find
able to get the vehicle today.
no, probably not.
Well,
Am I
wait.
gonna-
I thought they seized their vehicles. I guess that's in certain
We're charged
states.
with criminal attempt to commit risk of injury to a minor,
Mhm.
and then the possession of marijuana with infraction.
Right.
So once we go downstairs, the shift commander will look at the charges and set a bond for you. And once you figure out what that bond is, you have the option of trying to call somebody to post your bond, get some money to get you out of here. If they don't post your bond,
I go to
you'll stay here tonight and you'll go to court tomorrow.
Mhm.
You'll go get arraigned in front of the judge,
Mhm.
and the judge can either raise your bond, lower your bond, keep it the same, or get rid of it. Those are the options that, and the judge will look at the merits of the case and decide.
He might as well just get his
And
bond,
again,
sitting
sometimes
there
they
until
do
tomorrow.
have the opportunity if the bond
Go
is
see the
lowered,
judge,
have somebody
get his
post
bond.
your bond. Okay, so that's kind of the process. Once we figure out your bond, you can make a phone call and get somebody to try to work on getting out.
Okay.
Does that make sense? You understand it?
I'm just letting it sink in for a second.
I got you. I got you.
Is that okay, or do you?
No, it's not
We
okay.
can sit right here, we're good.
You don't have any time to let shit sink in. Right now, they should come and put some more cuffs on his ass. They should cuff his feet. Kick him in the balls.
While you think about it, let me ask you this. Go ahead.
I was going to ask what specifically gave me the charge.
Because you brought marijuana. That's okay. That's freezing up, fair enough. Because you brought marijuana up to Fairfield to meet a 13-year-old girl. And all of this chat was talking about coming up and meeting a 13-year-old.
And if I did not bring marijuana with me?
There probably would have been an issue as well. You probably would have been charged that thing. Because it's the way the statutes are written, it's your 32-year-old man meeting a 13-year-old girl online, coming up to her house when she's
When
alone
nobody's
in her
home.
house.
Okay.
That's a problem.
It's a problem.
Yes, I do understand that.
And that's,
I know. But like I said, immediately when I got there, I said, do you mind if I take a look around? I mean...
What does that mean? That just you're just looking for cops.
I understand that and I'll go back to your
your
analogy of
yeah.
meeting at the mall.
Right.
It's the same thing. It's not the same thing. There are inherent dangers for you and for a 13-year-old girl for you coming to her house. If you went to your buddy's house, would you say, hey, let me look around, I got to make sure nothing's going on?
Exactly.
Make sure there's nobody hiding over
Oh,
there.
but
Right? Of course not.
I trust
Right.
my buddy. I don't know what's going on.
So
I've never
you're-
met this person before.
Right.
How
So
would
you're
I-
putting a
The onus.
13-year-old
So you don't
girl
feel safe.
into some sort of danger. A 13-year-old who can't make those decisions and judgments on their own because of their age, and that's why they have the law. It's putting a minor, a 13-year-old, at risk of injury. That's the way the statute's written. So, yeah, it would have been.
Even though there was no
doesn't matter.
harm, I didn't bring a gun, I don't
Doesn't
have
matter.
any
It's
weapons.
a 13-year-old girl
Yeah.
who can't make those judgments on their own because of their age,
Okay.
and you're a 32-year-old man, grown man, coming to a house. It's a problem.
That's an issue.
Okay. One of the things we're going to do at some point is we're going to get a search warrant, we're going to go through your phone, or apply for a search warrant, go through your phone, get copies of everything here, again, because we want to make sure stuff is the same.
Yeah.
Is there a passcode on your phone?
Yes, there is.
Just so we don't have to
Yeah, it's 0011.
do any damage on it, as we try to... You didn't have any, like, computers in your car, iPads?
He doesn't strike me as one
No,
to
this is my
have
phone, this is my iPhone.
Right, it's your-
the evidence on his phone or his computer.
What's your phone number?
914-912-5002. There's no way I can just let my dad know where I'm at.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I mean like now, so I can tell him to come here.
We're going to go right downstairs and do what you call it, because you'll use the booking phone down there. And there's no use calling
Just
him.
have a minute, like,
Yeah.
sitting
absolutely.
here for a second.
There's no use calling him right now if you don't know the bond.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, unfortunately, it's not unlimited phone calls.
Yeah.
So,
He should.
again, from here on, I think you need to...
See, he's
Maybe
trying to
because you're in the
prolong
middle.
it. He doesn't want to go sit in the cell.
You have a lot of stuff on you right now. You need to see the bigger picture of...
I understand
It's a
where
problem.
you guys are coming from.
It's a problem what you did.
I
Regardless of
understand.
marijuana, it's a problem.
I
It's a
understand.
problem, a 32-year-old chatting up a 13-year-old about...
I mean, you can probably see she's chatting me up too.
Oh,
I was not.
I understand it.
Does that?
But here's...
Does that do anything?
She
or
wasn't
no?
chatting you
I don't
up.
know.
She was
here's the
responding.
thing.
The decoys
What should happen
respond.
is
They don't chat you
you're on
up.
Whisper, you're on whatever.
Oh,
Hey, how are you? Like,
13 to 5.
I like your app, I like
Yeah.
your picture, whatever. We talk about food. Hey, how old are you? 13. Ooh. All right. I'm sure you're very nice, but have a nice day. That's what should
Exactly.
be happening.
That's what should be happening.
And believe me, I get the whole, what you explained, you're going through things and
He don't get it. He's
texting
just saying that
and
he's trying
all
to
these apps. And
coax more
it's
info
an
out
easy
of
way
him.
to communicate with people. And if you're not
Stupid
overly
ass
comfortable doing
pedophile.
it face-to-face or whatever, it's an easy way to do it. I get it. I understand it. 100% I get it. But there's that level of anonymity between the two people that makes it easy. But when you close that gap of anonymity, you have to make sure that you're not dealing with a 13-year-old. Obviously, because
It's pretty easy not to
You know?
deal with 13-year-olds. Like I said, I've never accidentally bumped into somebody underage online.
But as
I
soon
mean, I
as
haven't
you're
done it on
13,
purpose either, but you know what I'm saying. Like, it just doesn't happen by accident.
Thanks. I'm good. You know?
Yeah.
I think you're smart enough to know that. It's just-
Does this stop at all, or can you
Yeah,
stop it?
yeah, it'll turn off when we leave, yeah. It's all recorded, so. All right. Let me get you downstairs so you can call your dad.
He don't want to get locked up.
All right?
Yeah. Can I? I don't even know.
No, I got you, I understand.
Just very, very. Am I gonna be able to look at my car today, you said, or no?
I'm not sure if you call the garage and they can come meet you there, maybe.
Yeah, I have to pay for a tow.
Yeah, yeah,
too,
yeah.
right? Do you know how much that is?
Ballpark is like 120 maybe, but I'm not positive. You had some cash, I think, in your.
Yeah, I had a little bit of cash.
Yeah, so 100, I don't know if there's something else.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
couple hundred in there, so. But we'll give you the number, we'll give you all that.
Okay.
All right?
It's time to go to jail, buddy.
I guess
Yeah.
the last question is, you don't know what bond is, do you?
No, that's where you have to go down in the shift manual.
He just explained that to you, Jerkenstein.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to tell you one thing and have it be wrong.
Well-
Say, yeah.
What can I do, you know?
Yeah.
Either way. Okay.
Cuff him up.
Put these back on?
Yep, yeah, just, it's,
Okay, yeah,
we're in
yeah. Oh,
transport.
let me take this off, because...
We'll take it off downstairs.
I just
Once we
want-
get to that room, no, once we get that back down to that room, yeah, just put your sleeves up a little, yeah, because these things are a pain. Once we get back down to that room, we'll take it off.
That's right. You don't get to do what you want no more right now when you get the cuffs
All right, Any
on.
questions after this, just let me know.
Gray ass motherfucker.
All right?
Will I
I'll be on.
Will I have your contact information?
I'll put my card in your property,
Okay.
all right?
Okay. Good thing.
All right, that was the interrogation of Mike the Pansy Manzi. You know what I'm saying? Looks like they're gonna give him his bail that same night. He's gonna have his pops come and pick him up, and he'd probably have to sit in a jail cell a couple of hours and then go back to court in a couple of weeks, unless his pops makes him sit there for the night and just go to court, get that part over with, just pick him up in the morning. I think he's afraid to stay in the cell for the night. He's a slime bag. You can tell by his grayish hue. And I don't really think he thinks anything is wrong with going over there. Even if he really had no intentions of having sex, he still snuck over there when the parents were not going to be around, and to smoke weed with the kid. You know what I mean? So, Smashing Pumpkin Reject is guilty. Alright, people. You know what to do down below. Leave me a comment, hit like, you know what I mean? Hit that bell too, so you know when I upload. And, have a good night. It's the Swarzarelli, and I'm out!